Hi guys, many of you want to build your own website. Perhaps you have a business and you want to build a website, or perhaps you creating an agency business on your own and you want to be a website designer, you want to learn. And in this video, I'm going to give you the basics of what you need before you can even start to build your website. So that's going to be the foundation, a good foundation for a good practice to get a good website. So in this video, we're going to be talking about hosting, choosing a good hosting, how to install WordPress on your hosting, how to choose and install a theme, how to set up your homepage, like different settings in WordPress that you need to get set up before you can start building your website, security aspect, and spam aspect. Let's go.
Hi guys, so if you're like me and you have the intention of scaling up your website, then you want to have a very strong foundation to your website. And one of the essential things that you need is hosting. I will choose SiteGround here because SiteGround has always offered me very good support, very good service. They always add new services, new perks. I'm really very happy with SiteGround. My website is secure, is fast. I have nothing to complain about. Of course, you can use other providers like Bluehost or GoDaddy. They are very popular. But I would say that even though they're okay, you can use them for approximately the same price. You get really premium service from SiteGround. So I would definitely choose SiteGround. And also, we're going to be using SiteGround in this example. That makes our lives so much easier, even to build new websites. So I'm going to show you now how to install WordPress using SiteGround. All you have to do is to log into SiteGround and create a user account. Of course, go to the marketplace of SiteGround and choose to buy your hosting. Now you can choose web hosting here, for example. Great. So now you will choose your option. If you want to build one website for your business, well, you can go with the start price here. If you are thinking of creating 2 or 3 or perhaps more websites, then you can choose the grow big option. And if you're wanting to choose to launch your website design agency, then definitely use GoGeek. You'll be able to offer hosting to your clients, and they'll be paying for that on a monthly basis, of course. And at some point, if you have enough clients, they will cover the cost of your hosting. Great. So after you select your plan, of course, you're gonna want to say, um, if, for example, you take it for 24 months, then the price goes down, etc., etc. If you want to pay per month, well, that's pretty much the same on most websites now, and you pay. And when this is done, you can now have access to this part on the website section. These are all just little test websites. It's easy to create a new website. You see, there's new website button here. Nothing can get easier as that. Now, when it comes down to the domain name, so the domain name is basically what you type in the address bar here. So here it's siteground.com as a domain name. If you want to purchase a new one, you can just select new one and arno.com is taken. So if it's not taken, you'll have an option to purchase that, just like you purchased your hosting a few seconds ago, and to proceed with the installation. If you don't want to use a new domain name, if, for example, you have chosen a domain name from a separate provider, you can click on existing domain, but that will be a little bit more complicated because now you're going to have to forward that domain name to this website here that we're going to be building. If this is something that you'd like me to cover in a separate video, please comment down below. And for the sake of this video, this is just an example. I'm just going to be using a temporary domain. This is very interesting here for website designers, for example. If you want to build a demo website or just copy a client's website, on your server to do some tests, you can use a temporary domain. That's free. So now I'm going to be using a temporary domain to show you how to install WordPress and get a great foundation to your website. Great, so select a temporary domain. That's the same. If you had a new domain, you purchase your new domain name and you click on continue. Now start a new website. If you had a website that you want to migrate to SiteGround, you can just select that. There is a step-by-step that you can follow. That's very easy. So click on, in this example, we're going to be installing WordPress on a new website. So select start a new website and select WordPress here. Now you're going to be choosing your username and password that you will be using to log into your website. So type this down. Great. And click on continue. That is an add-on that you can purchase if you want to. That's some additional security. We're not going to be using that in this example. So we can click on finish. And that's going to be creating our website now. So we just need to wait for a couple of minutes.
Great. So now that you have managed to install WordPress on your website, of course, if you are not using SiteGround and you'd like me to cover in one of my videos how to install WordPress on a different hosting using cPanel, for example, just put a comment down below and I'll do that video for you. Now that you have installed WordPress, I'm going to show you how to log into WordPress and how to start setting up the foundation of your website.
Great. So now we're all set. WordPress is installed and we're going to access our dashboard. So if you are on SiteGround, you can just click on Login Admin to go straight to your dashboard. If you click on this, you're going to see what the website looks like now. There's nothing on there. It's a blank website, as you can see. So I'm going to show you now how you can also access that website. If you go to websites here, you're going to see that your new domain name will appear here and you will be able to log in using WordPress admin. So that will log you in automatically. I'm going to show you how to log in now manually. You can also type in your domain name hyphen backslash wp add hyphen admin, enter, and that will send you to the login screen. Great, so now you can use a username, password, and login. Now you will see that it says not secure here. That's just because the SSL certificate has not been installed. So that's the starter screen that SiteGround gives you. We don't need that. You can click on exit here. Great. I'm going to show you how to install that SSL certificate now. So you see here is your domain name. You can just click on Site Tools. That's another thing that I love from SiteGround. It's very easy to use. It's so convenient. So you click on Site Tools, you're going to get a bunch of options now. You can have a look. Here we are going to be looking at the security aspect. You click on Security, SSL Manager, and you select your domain. So if you had a subdomain, that would be where you would choose the subdomain, okay? So SSL, we just need the Let's Encrypt. If you have subdomains to your domain name, of course, you choose the wildcard. The wildcard just means that the SSL certificate will be applied to your domain name and every subdomain. In that case, we just have one domain name. We'll just choose Let's Encrypt and click on Get. So that's going to take another couple of minutes or less. Great. So here we are. Now we can just configure the HTTPS, which means we're going to enforce HTTPS protocol. We can also just click here, HTTPS enforce, and just toggle that little button, and now it is enforced. Okay, great. So we're just going to refresh. Great. So now that we're refreshed, you will see that it will log you out automatically. You need to log in again, and now here's the padlock. So just put your password again and log in. Great. So here we are. Now we are in the backend of our website again. Great. Now we're gonna be first of all installing a few plugins. The first plugin that we will install, so you go to plugins, add new. The first plugin we'll install will be Elementor Site Builder. So you can just type in Elementor and search. That will give you the page builder, and that's what you're going to be using to build your website, to design the pages of your website. So that's definitely something that you need. Now, when you install Elementor, it will ask you, ask you if you want to create an account to go pro. In our case, we have an account, we have a pro version also. So I can just skip that for now and just close that window and get back to my website. Great. So now you will see Elementor is right here. That's page builder. And next thing that we need to install, go back to plugins, add new. We need some security on the website. So you just type in WordFence, search, install, and after installation, you can activate the plugin. So WordFence will protect you. It basically is going to set up a firewall for your website, etc. These are options that you also have on SiteGround. With the SiteGround security options here, I just like to be very safe, very secure. So and WordFence is known worldwide. Millions of sites use it. It's a very good plugin to have. You're never safe enough. And now to protect your website from spam, let's say if your website accepts comments, etc. So you can protect your website from bots and spams with the Akismet plugin. And click on search, same process, install, and then activate the plugin. Activate. Great. So now we sorted. So if you go to WordFence, for example, on the dashboard, it will tell you that it's not complete. Resume the installation. It's going to ask you for your email or agreement. You don't need to click yes on here unless you want to receive emails from them. Click on continue. If you have a premium key, if you want to purchase a premium WordFence that has, of course, more options, that's up to you. You can click on upgrade to premium and go to their website and purchase a premium version. In our case, we're not going to do that. I've used a free version that works pretty great for me. So I'm going to click on no thanks. And now I'm going to go back to that dashboard. There's going to be a few pop-ups if it's the first time that you use WordFence. Go to the top of the page and it will tell you that you need to configure your firewall. You can also just click on firewall there to go and configure it. I'm going to close these little pop-ups, so manage firewall, etc. We're not going to do that. Just click on configure here. It will tell you that you need to download the htaccess file. You will do that. Here it is. That's a backup of your htaccess file. You don't need it for now. Now that it's downloaded, the continue button is unlocked. You can click on continue and it's good. Now you can enable auto update of WordFence if you wish to. I like to do that. It is a security plugin after all, so I want it to be updated every time. Now that's what you need to do for your site security. Now for the Akismet plugin also there is some there's a few things that you need to do to get it to work. So here it is. We go to the plugins page. Here's Akismet. So you should find Akismet settings also here under settings, Akismet anti-spam. So you can just click on there and set up your Akismet account. So that opens in a new tab. Here again, you can choose a paid version or you can choose a free version. So we can choose a free version here for the sake of example. And yeah, you can make a donation or not. And of course, if you choose a donation, it's going to ask you for card details. choose no donation, no card details, fill in the blanks, click on continue, and that will give you the API key that you can insert here by clicking and inserting the API key here and clicking connect with API key. So now we are sorted. We have installed, we have chosen our hosting, install WordPress, Elementor. We have the security plugins in. Now we need to install the theme. So all websites on WordPress work are based on themes. Now, the best foundation for your website is to install the theme that is 100% compatible with Elementor. And in our case, we will choose, so you go to Appearance, Themes, we will choose a Hello theme. So you click on Add New, and you type in here, Hello Elementor. So the reason we're choosing that theme is blank. There's absolutely nothing on that theme. The reason we're choosing that is because, well, this is a very fast theme and you can build anything from there. You can customize your website 100%, and that's what we want. Of course, if you want to choose another theme from the repository, you're free to do so. That's going to be kind of a shortcut for you. You won't have to design all the sections. But in our example here, especially for web designers, we recommend the Hello theme, and we'll be covering the design part, the design aspect in a separate video that we will link that video down below in the comments. And if you want to learn how to design a website, a custom website with Elementor, you can click on that link and have a look at the whole playlist to learn how to design a whole website with Elementor. So now that you have installed the theme, you can have a look at your site. If you hover on my WordPress here, click on Visit Site, you will see that it's a completely blank page, like we said. So there's absolutely nothing here, and that's a blank slate for you to start designing your website. Now, one last thing that you need to do is to go to customize. So let's just make sure that we have at least one page published here. Yeah, we have a sample page. These pages, you're going to be able to delete them, move them to trash. You don't need these pages. You can build your own pages. So we're going to show you how to do that in a separate video. But one thing that you want to, the two things that you need to look at first in the settings, make sure that your permalinks are set to post. If not, select post and save changes. And the last thing on appearance, you go to customize. Now, this is the customizer. There's two little things that you need to look at here. First of all, your site identity. So you don't need to insert the logo here, but what you do need is to perhaps change your title. This is how Google will see your title. So if you code, write it here. So running code, for example, it's slow and fast. So that's going to be your site title. So that will not show actually on your website. And you will be able to see that in our next video when we show you how to design your website. But this is still important that you insert your site title and tagline. Google will see that, and that will help Google know what your website is talking about. One thing that is important though is to select the site icon. So you click on select site icon. You can upload a new file here or just choose something that's existing in your media library. This is a new website, so we don't have anything here. So basically what it is that little icon that appears on the tab here. That's what you're going to have to upload here. So let's see if I have an example of an icon that I may be able to use. I'm just going to choose one of my own icons. Great, just use this one. Select. Now you can crop it. It should be a square image, ideally. If it's not, you will see that you have an option to crop, and you won't be able to make it in any different aspect ratio than 1:1, which is a square. So crop image. So you would like to edit that icon before you upload it, so that you're sure that it appears 100% on the tab. So now that this is done, after you've done that, you can go to homepage settings, and the homepage will need to be a static page, not the latest posts. So you click on static page and you choose the homepage from the pages which exist under pages. So basically, when we'll be designing the website, we'll be creating pages like homepage, about page, etc., etc. So of course you will select homepage. In this example, we have a sample page only, so that's what we're going to be using. Of course, you're going to be using the page that you want to be your homepage here. Once all of that is done, you can click on publish, and we are done. You can now close this, and that will bring you back to your dashboard.
Great. So now you have a fast hosting for your SiteGround. WordPress is installed for you. You have an Elementor page builder. You have a blank theme. You can build anything you want from that blank theme. And you have your security plugins in place, your spam plugins in place. All that's left to do now is to start designing your website. So I'm going to be putting a link down below. You can look at our channel, our playlist, and we're going to be putting a lot of tips there and showing you how to build different types of websites. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Cheers.